Okay, it's Dr. Wilson again. Part 3 of our push-up evolution series, whatever you want to call it. But the first two, we talked about different variations of push-ups that you can be doing with your exercise routine to help keep it interesting, right? Not doing the same thing day in and day out. And I used all variations and ideas for you to stem off of that require no equipment. This video is going to require some equipment. Not complicated stuff, not expensive stuff, but it does necessitate something, right? Now we talked last time about a variation of the push-up where the feet are elevated, either on a block or up on a step or a stool or a chair, whatever you've got at home. And that changing the position of the body and how that shifts the demand with the muscle and just making it a different exercise for you. I'm now going to show you how to do that with an exercise ball. A lot of people already have these sitting around somewhere, probably deflated, folded up in a closet, stuffed away where you can't hardly remember where it's at. Bust it back out. If you have one of these, pump it back up. These things are really, really versatile. However, if you're at the gym or at home, usually one of these exercise balls is available to you. If not, you can go out and get one. They're everywhere. Using this to put the feet up on. Here's why it makes it something to know and to be able to use as you evolve is when you have the feet on an unstable surface, that makes the core work much harder. All the stabilizing musculature of the ankles, the knees, hips, your core, and the stabilizers of the shoulders have to work differently when what we're using to balance is unstable. It's a whole different ball game for the body. It might feel a little bit similar at first of just kicking your feet up on a chair, but trust me, it is putting a different, better, next level demand on the body. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of this. Get the feet up on there. Of course, totally crucial not to fall, right? So get the hands planted, get one foot up on the ball, and then you're going to bring that other one up onto the ball. It doesn't matter if the feet are flat or if you're up on your toes, doesn't matter. But get stable, get set, and start cranking them out. Again, that unstable surface, I can already feel my body having to work harder just to keep my balance from rolling off the ball. If you want to step that up even further, go 1 foot, like we've done in part 1, down, up, do your set. You can switch feet back and forth, but that really helps give that unstable surface, that instability of the balance. It really makes the brain and the body work a lot harder, okay? Another piece of equipment that we talked about, well, let me back up. We spoke in part 2 about a variation of having an unstable surface to do push-ups, where you can use a block, a brick, books, whatever you got at home to make an uneven surface for the hands to change that demand on the body. This is called a Bosu ball. It's kind of like one of those exercise balls cut in half. So many gyms will have these available for you. I think they're great. I would recommend you use them for changing up the body, busting through a plateau when it comes to shoulders, arms, chest, back, when you're doing push-ups. So if you have access to a Bosu ball or if you've got one at your house, start to use it for this. It's unstable. That's going to put that awesome demand on the body for stability, right? So we can start by just simply doing sets of push-ups on the Bosu ball. Just having that instability makes the core contract. It makes it work a lot harder than just doing it on flat ground. So it's a pretty cool thing right out of the gate. So it's just going to look like that, straight, and start doing your set, push-ups, all the way down, all the way up. But what's cool is your creativity is the only thing that's going to limit you on this. You can use this in lots of different ways with exercise. So for push-ups, something that we've found very helpful, especially with strengthening shoulders after injuries and getting the upper body a little bit more stable, is controlled movement. with the Bosu ball, you're going to be able to start doing kind of like cardinal directions, right? North, south, east, west. You can tip it to the side, do a push-up. You can tip to the other side, do a push-up. And that's going to mimic that block that we talked about in part 2, but it's going to be dynamic. And so it is definitely stepping it up a notch with the demand on the body. So I'm going to show you an example. You can widen the feet. You can keep the feet close. It all depends on where you're at. If you widen the feet, it's going to be a little bit easier at first, and then eventually you can work to where you're close together, which makes it even harder on the balance systems. So you can tip, you can nice and controlled, push-ups, tip the other way, down, back up, then you can tip forward, got to be careful of your wrists and your grip, then you can tip back, same thing, down and up, and then just start working your way around with the Bosu ball. But that's an excellent way of adding that dynamic movement. It's going to change the demand that's placed on the body, and it's going to help strengthen the musculature, but also improve the stability of the shoulders, upper body, and the core, protecting that crucial spine of ours from injuries, trauma, and what life has in store for us. So there's a couple variations for you to go with that include a little bit of equipment, and who knows, if you get to this point where doing all of these things is incredibly easy and you're looking for that next step, hit me up, let me know, and maybe I'll make a part 4 where we do the impossible. So have a great day, good luck with all the exercise, and have a blessed one.